Welcome everybody, I'm Horuto with Dragoth Games, and today I'm showcasing you my Despia deck profile. So, this is the post ban list, the new ban list. I do have a side I'll showcase you later in the video, but right now, this is what I have came up with. I do have one proxy in here for Impalm, but I do plan again for Impalm. It just hasn't come in the mail yet. This is what I came up with. Without further ado, let's begin, shall we? For starters, I run 3 of the Alabar the Just of Despia. This card is effect states when you normal special summon it, you can add a brand of spell trap card to your hand. Then when you can banish it from the grave, if one of your fusion monsters left the battlefield, to just summon it, to just negate one of your opponent's monsters' effect. We can only use one of the effects per that. Like, you can only use one of the other effects. It would be broken if you could use both. And these special in this back. The reason why I run 3 is because Alba the Just of Despia can get a hold of your branded fusion. It can get a hold of your branded opening, branded in red. It's just so many cool combos you can go with this deck. So I run 3 Alba the Just of Despia. Next, 2 of Despian Tragedy and 1 Despian Comedy. Most people are running 3 Despian Tragedies and no Despian Comedy, but I feel that the need to protect your Despian monster with Despian Comedy works out in your favor, and then Despian Tragedy allows you to like search your ad libitum of Despia directly from your deck to your hand to go into your Guardian Chimera, which we get on later in the video. So I went to Despian Tragedy, went Despian Comedy. Plus, Despian Tragedy is so easy to get a hold of. I run just 2 of them. Practically 2 is all you need. Next, for one of I run 1 ad libitum of Despia. One of them is all you need. Ad libitum of Despia. It's helps you just summon back that Mara Jade, which is really awesome. You can just banish your Mara Jade and summon back it, and then have a non-target banish on the field. Dramaturge of Despia. This is a negate in its of itself, and when you use it as a fusion material, you can just special summon it back from if it's used from the hand or field. It just special summons itself back. Pretty dang good. So I run 1 Dramaturge and 1 ad libitum. Now for the Elbaz package. I run 2 copies of Fallen of Elbaz. Most people are running 3. I feel like 2 is all you need. Because it shuffles itself back anyways. The 3rd copy does come up, but I recommend doing 2 so you don't have too many bricks in your hands. And then 2 Travagate Mercuria. Most people run 3. I like 1 of them for the banishing target because I do run the Gold Sarcophagus, and I don't want a lure, but I would like 1 for the banishing target if a Gold Sarcophagus comes up. But I like it better as a hand trap than just banishing it simply with the lure. And when you run the lure package, if I were you, I'd maximize yourself out on this. I don't run the lure package, I run 2. Then for one-offs, I run 1 Iglesias the Incredible Ecclesia the Fortress. This, whenever, just adds itself back when a fusion monster leaves the field. It also can you can attribute it as a special summon your Fallen Velbaz, which allows you to like go into like your fusions from your opponent's side. So then I run 1 Albion the Shrouded Dragon. Albion's effect is just simple. You send a card from your deck to the grave. Usually it's branded opening, so you can protect your fusions. Shuffle your deck, put this on the bottom, and then draw 1. So pretty good. I only run 1 because 1 is all you need to get out of those bricks. Plus, if you run more than 1, it's a brick. So I won the Edge Jump package. Edge Jump chain is pretty awesome because like having fight for Patrick, Edge Jump, and it just allows you to keep going through those fusion plays. So I won the Edge Jump package. That is so good. And then for hand traps, I run 3 Ash Blossoms, 2 DD Crow. These are the monster hand traps. So 3 Ash Blossoms, 2 DD Crow. I do want to take out the DD Crow for Cross-Out Designator at some point, but I feel like this is just the ratio that's best for, that has won me a lot of games. And then for spells, I run 3 of the Branded Fusion. Mandatory. Branded Fusion just locks you into all those fusion plays, which you're not going to care about anyways. Branded Fusion just insane. Ridiculous. Standard Branded Fusion. Ridiculous because you can just get a hold of your Mirror Jade. And then I run 3 Branded Opening, 2 Branded in Red. Most people run the 3rd Branded in Red. I feel like this is the best and standard way to play the deck is 3 Branded Opening, 2 Branded Red. Because you're always going to get a hold of that Branded in Red. No matter what. It's just because of Mirror Jade's effect. So you're always going to get a hold of Branded in Red. Next I run 1 Despia Theater, 1 Branded Lost. To round up our Branded spells. Branded Lost is such as that Trivia Nicaria. It's also searchable off of Alibi and Despia Theater. Branded just adds you more fusion and stuff. And you can just when your opponent pops, I think. Hold on, let me read this to make sure I'm getting this correct. You only use so if a level 8 fusion wants to leave the battlefield, you just special summon a level 8 fusion once from the grave. So it's like a monster born for Despias. Next I run 2 Fight Fire, Patrick, and 2 Poly because I do run the Edge chain. I do feel like 2 is a really good number here. So I feel like 2 and 2 is a good number. I do run the Gold Sarcophagus because to quickly banish the Tribecade. The Tribecade adds Fallen Velbaz. I kind of mentioned it, which usually Branded Lost to your hand. Pretty good. Then I do run the one Called by the Grave. The God card himself. Called by the Grave. I run the Called by the Grave mainly for the fact of just stopping that Ash Blossoms mandatory in today's metagame. Or hand traps. Hoppy's Feather Duster, because I do run into Hoppy's Feather Duster, is mainly there to stop the Mystic Mine players. So Mystic Mine is very crucial in today's metagame. I played this in tournament and I stopped 2 Mystic Mine decks just from Hoppy's Feather Duster alone and at my side. So, because I said it in Cosmic. I do run 3 Infinity Impermanence. Right now, if I did play this and tested it, I do have a Branded Sword, but Branded Infinity Impermanence, I plan on taking with a Branded Sword for Infinity Impermanence. So right now, I just use Branded Sword and Infinity to make stuff or to use. But Infinity Impermanence is a really good hand trap. I would run 3 of them if I did. I have 1 coming in the mail. I'd run 3 if I didn't have the Branded Sword. I'd take out Branded Sword for another Infinity Impermanence. So, for the extra deck, I run 2 Guardian Chimera, mandatory, 2 Mirror Jade, mandatory, Libellion, mandatory, Albion, mandatory, and Masquerade, mandatory. So these are the combo pieces that you always want to summon. You always want to summon that Libellion to get a hold of your Mirror Jade. You can also do it through Albion's effect. Albion just there to send to the grave to set your Branded in Red, but usually they go in for the Libellion. 2 of the Despian monsters. These cards are pretty awesome in itself. 1 Titanclad, 1 Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, and 1 Petaplant Dragon Stapelia. That's it for the extra deck. So, for the rest from my side, which is kind of like when you'll notice one of the things in my side, which we'll get to. The reason why I run is for the mirror matchups, and that's why I also have Starving Venom Fusion Dragon on the side, as Super Poly is in my side. So I do run 3 Ghost Bell, 3 Effect Villa, 3 Dark Ruler normal to breaking boards, 3 Cosmic, and 3 Super Poly. So this is my side. This is what I ran 4th place at my locals. I ended up getting. I only ever had to decide in Cosmic Cyclone, or Super Poly. Cosmic Cyclone because I ran into Mystic Mine a lot, because Mystic Mine is like the one that hurts the rogue meta decks. So I ran into Mystic Mine, so I had to side in Cosmic a lot. I beat 2 Mystic Mine decks, and there's only 2 Mystic Mine decks there, but that's I only had to do 2 against Mystic Mine. So that's it for the deck profile. Hope you like that. Smash that like and subscribe, and let us know let me know if you like this video and you see more content like this in the future.